So the same discussion we are continuing now. The same chapter, that is impurities in the pharmaceutical substances. What we have discussed up till now? Up till now we have seen that what is the meaning of the word impurity. Then we have seen what will be the sources of impurities for the pharmaceutical substances. Then we have seen the remedial measures to overcome those impurities in the pharmaceutical substances. Now, some of the unavoidable impurities are there, which we can't avoid them. But our official books, that is Pharmacopoeia, has given certain limit, a specific certain limit to allow the presence of those impurities in the pharmaceutical substances, and to check their limit, we are going to do the limit test of those particular ions in the pharmaceutical substances. Now, for this, we have seen the presence of chloride impurity. For that, we have seen the limit test of chloride, then limit test of sulfate also we have seen. Then, now today we are going to discuss the presence of impurity, that is iron. Now, the point of discussion of today's lecture is, today we are going to discuss limit test of iron, limit test of arsenic, and limit test of heavy metal. Now, all these are unavoidable impurities in the pharmaceutical substances. So, we are going to give the certain limit for their presence. So, how we are going to check the presence of those impurities in the pharmaceutical substances, that we are going to check today. Now, the our point of interest is limit test of iron. Now, how we are going to check the presence of iron as an impurity in the pharmaceutical substances? Now, the principle behind this limit test is, limit test of iron is based upon the reaction of iron with a thioglycolic acid. Uh, so when this reaction of iron with a ammonium solution with a thioglycolic acid in the presence of, so it requires, this particular reaction requires the presence of citric acid to form iron thioglycolate, which is pale pink to deep reddish purple in color. So this complex which is formed, that is between the ferrous ions, that is iron as an impurity, with the thioglycolic acid in the presence of ammonia and citric acid. So this particular complex is known as iron thioglycolate, which is formed between the iron and the thioglycolic acid. This complex is of either pale pink to reddish purple in color. Now, as iron is present as an impurity in the sample, which reacts with the thioglycolic acid to form ferrous thioglycolate, which is responsible for the appearance of purple color. So this complex will give the appearance of purple color in the solution. This reaction will only occur if, see, this reaction will only occur if the given sample contains iron as an impurity. जर दिलेल्या substance मध्ये iron impurity present असेल तर आणि तरच that iron will react with a thioglycolic acid in the presence of citric acid and ammonia solution to give the purple color of complex, that is iron thioglycolate. If this iron as an impurity is present in trace amount, very minute quantity मध्ये जरी iron as an impurity present असली, then and then also this iron will react with the thioglycolic acid to form a ferrous thioglycolate, which is purple in color. The intensity of the color which is produced by the test solution. Now, as like that of chloride and sulfate solution, here also we are going to prepare one test solution and one standard solution, and the color intensity is produced by this test solution will be compared with this standard solution. So if the color intensity given by the test solution is compared with the standard solution, and if it is less than that of standard solution, then and then only our test sample will comply the limit test of ion solution. Now, what will be the procedure we are going to follow to do the limit test of ion? So what is the procedure behind to do the limit test of ion? The slide is in front of you, will give the limit test of ion. So for that, we are going to dissolve. A sample is dissolved in specific amount of water, and then volume is make up to 40 ml. So whatever unknown substance is given to us, that we are going to dissolve in 40 ml of water to make up the volume up to 40 ml. And here we are going to take 2 ml of standard solution of known amount of ion as an impurity, which is diluted up to 40 ml with water. Now, why we are going to dissolve these solutions in the water? The aqueous solution will leach out. Why we are going to prepare the solution at the time of test solution? किंवा ज्यावेळी आपण टेस्ट स्टार्ट करतोय त्याच वेळी आपण सोल्युशन का प्रिपेअर करतोय? The reason behind that, the water which is used as a solvent here, which leach out, will extract out all the ion present in the sample solution. So that's why जे काही सोल्युशन आपण टेस्ट साठी वापरणार आहोत, this should be prepared freshly or recently during the test solution. Now, what we are going to add next to that? After that, we are going to add 2 ml of 20% solution of citric acid, totally free from ion. Now, why it is specifically mentioned here that it must be free from ion? Because we are going to do the limit test of ion here. आणि आयनची लिमिट टेस्ट करत असताना जर वापरलेले रिएजंट्स जर आयन इम्प्युरिटी वापरले गेले, so it will not give the proper color or it will not give the proper result. That's why whatever reagents we are going to use here, it must be totally ion free. So where we are, so at the time of doing the limit test of ion, we are going to add, after the sample preparation, first of all, we are going to add 2 ml of citric acid, 20% citric acid solution. So we are, after the sample preparation, we are going to add 2 ml of 20% solution of 2 ml of 20% solution of citric acid, which is totally ion free. So after that, we are going to add 2 drops of thioglycolic acid. So in that, we are going to add 2 drops of thioglycolic acid. Now, what is the reason behind to add the thioglycolic acid 2 drops? Basically, thioglycolic acid is going to react with the ion solution to form the purple color complex of ion thioglycolate. So this is the reason behind that we are going to add the thioglycolic acid solution. Now after that, proceeding with the addition of ammonia to make the solution alkaline and adjust the volume up to 50 ml. So after that, we are going to add ammonia solution to make the solution alkaline. See what happens when we are going to add a thioglycolic acid, the ferric ions which are there will be converted into ferrous ions to form the complex with the thioglycolic acid. Now, the formed thioglycolic acid, basically it is colorless in the solution before the addition of ammonia solution. जो काही ferrous thioglycolate तयार झालेला आहे, a complex of thioglycolic acid with ferric ions, which is basically colorless in nature. But when we are going to add ammonia solution to make the solution alkaline, then this ammonia solution responsible to convert the colorless solution to a colorless complex of ferrous thioglycolate into a purple color. Then We are going to keep it aside both the solutions for 5 minutes to complete the reaction of formation of ferrous thioglycolate. Then we are going to compare the color intensity produced by the test solution with that of the standard solution. Now after that, when we are going to compare the test solutions purple color with the standard solution, if it is less than that of standard solution, then and then only the test sample of iron will comprise the limit test of iron, which is prescribed by the Indian Pharmacopoeia. Now, how we are going to prepare a standard solution of iron having known impurity, given known amount of impurity, it must be 20 ppm. So dilute 1 volume of this much amount of solution, that is ferric ammonium sulfate in 0.05 ml of sulfuric acid. In this way, there is preparation of standard solution of ammonia. Now, what will be the observation? I already told you that if the color intensity produced in the test solution, if it is less than that of standard solution, then and then only our limit test of test solution will be complies with the Indian Pharmacopoeia. Now already we have discussed that is addition of citric acid to prevent the precipitation of ion by ammonia. See, we have added citric acid to stop the precipitation of reaction of ion with the ammonia solution. Then thioglycolic acid कशासाठी add करतात? To form a complex with the ion solution, and ammonia to make the solution alkaline. If we are not going to add ammonia in this reaction, then it will not give the color product, or it will not give the colored, that is purple color, to the ferrous thioglycolate. Otherwise, the solution is colorless in nature. So these are the reason behind there is addition of different type of reagents in this particular limit test. So this is all about limit test of ion solution. Limit test of ion. Now our next limit test is limit test of lead. Now we know lead is coming under the category of it is an heavy metal. Basically, lead is most undesirable impurity in the medicinal compound. Generally, it will not present in the pharmaceutical compounds, medical compound as an impurity, but it is maybe leach out from the glass containers. जर आपण एखादा फार्मास्युटिकल प्रिपरेशन खूप दिवसांसाठी एखाद्या ग्लास बॉटल मध्ये स्टोअर केला किंवा कुठले रिएजंट्स आपण भरपूर काळासाठी एखाद्या ग्लास बॉटल मध्ये स्टोअर केले, then this lead will leach out, will extract out from that glass container in that pharmaceutical substance. आणि अशा पद्धतीने जर तो lead from that glass container will leach out in this pharmaceutical product. So we have to check the presence of lead as an impurity in those pharmaceutical substances. So what will be the principle behind to do the limit test of lead? So limit test of lead, it is based upon the reaction of lead with diphenyl thiocarbazole. So what is the principle and procedure behind to do the limit test of lead? So it is reacting with the diphenyl thiocarbazole, similar to that of thioglycolic acid. हा डायफिनाइल थायोकार्बॅझोन पण असा एक पद्धतीचा कॉम्प्लेक्सिंग रिएजंट आहे की जो कॉम्प्लेक्स फॉर्म करतो कुणा बरोबर, lead as an impurity बरोबर. And when this diphenyl thiocarbazole will form a complex with a lead, त्या डायफिनाइल थायोकार्बॅझोनलाच अजून काय म्हणतात, डायथीझोन. So this diethizone will form a complex with the lead solution. That complex is known as lead diethizone. Complex कुणाकुणाचा तयार झाला, lead आणि डायफिनाइल थायोकार्बॅझोनचा. त्या कॉम्प्लेक्सला काय म्हटलं जातं, lead diethizone, which is red in color. See, the iron will, when it is reacting with the thioglycolic acid, it is going to give the purple color. So here, when lead is reacting with the thiocarbazone, diphenyl thiocarbazone, it is going to produce red color solution. Now basically this diethizone, the diphenyl thiocarbazone, which chemical is used here for the limit test of lead determination, that diethizone is green in color. त्या chemical ला कसला color आहे? Green in color in the chloroform. But the lead diethizone complex is red violet in color. So the resin color at the end of the process is red. Lastly, ज्यावेळी तो reaction complete करतो, then it will give the red color complex. Now, what is the reaction principle behind this limit test of lead solution? See, if given compound contain lead as an impurity, then it is reacting with the diethizone. What is diethizone actually? It is diphenyl. See, diphenyl means both phenyl groups, diphenyl thiocarbazole. So when this lead is reacting with the diphenyl thiocarbazole, so there is formation in the alkaline media, there is formation of lead diethizone complex, which is red in color. Now, what is the procedure, or what will be the procedure we are going to follow to determine the limit test of lead? Now, in this test, basically there is no any use of Nessler cylinder. See, ज्यावेळी आपण लेडची लिमिट टेस्ट करतोय, आतापर्यंत आपण बघितलं क्लोराइडचा लिमिट टेस्ट, सल्फेटची लिमिट टेस्ट, आयर्नची लिमिट टेस्ट. वी आर गोइंग टू यूज Nessler cylinder for the preparation of, or for the determination of presence of impurities in the pharmaceutical substance. But basically, when the lead impurity determination is there, we are not going to use Nessler cylinder. Instead, it is performed by extraction with the help of separating funnel. ही जी काही पर्टिक्युलर रिएक्शन आहे ती कशामध्ये बनवली जाते किंवा कशामध्ये फॉलो केली जाते? With the help of separating funnel. The original color of diethizone, this original color of diethizone in chloroform, it is basically green. But when this diethizone will react with the lead, it is going to give the red color complex depending upon जो काही रेड कलर कॉम्प्लेक्स इथे फॉर्म होतोय, which is depending upon how much amount of lead is present in the pharmaceutical substances. And the red color which is produced by the test solution, if it is less than that of standard solution, then and then only our test sample will comply the limit test of lead solution. See, the basic point which we are going to keep in mind and remember is this particular test we are not going to follow in the Nessler cylinder. That it is followed, it is carried out in the separating funnel. Now, the procedure for the determination of limit test of lead. So, a known quantity of the sample is transferred in the separating funnel for the test solution, and in standard मध्ये a standard lead solution is prepared by equivalent to the amount of lead permitted in the sample for the examination. So here we are going to take any chemical in our lab which is basically stored in a glass container for prolonged period of time. जसं की क्लोराइड सल्फेटला आपण सोल्युशन प्रिपेअर करतोय लॅब मध्ये. इट मे बी ऑफ डेक्स्ट्रोज सोल्युशन, इट मे बी ऑफ सोडियम क्लोराइड सोल्युशन. कुठलंही सोल्युशन आपण प्रिपेअर करून ते सोल्युशन आपण टू डिटरमाइन द इम्प्युरिटी साठी वापरतोय. बट हियर वी आर गोइंग टू टेक any suspected solution from our laboratory which is stored in a glass container for prolonged period of time. That solution we can take as a sample solution किंवा test solution to determine the presence of lead as an impurity. कारण lead impurity generally present असत नाही एखाद्या pharmaceutical substance मध्ये, पण तो substance आपण जर prolonged period of time if it is stored in the glass container, then the lead will occur as an impurity. So such a type of substance we are going to take for the determination of lead as an impurity. Now, after that, in that we are going to add 6 ml of ammonium citrate solution in both the separating funnels, one which is test and another which will be standard. Now, the reason behind for the addition of ammonium citrate is added which will maintain the optimum pH and to prevent the formation of undesirable product. So here we are going to add ammonium citrate to maintain the pH of the solution. What type of pH or what type of medium we require for this complex formation? We require alkaline medium. आणि हा alkaline media जर maintain करायचा असेल, that time we are going to add ammonium citrate solution up to 6 ml. Now after that we are going to add 2 ml of potassium cyanide solution and 2 ml of hydroxylamine hydrochloride. Now the addition of cyanide and hydroxylamine hydrochloride is form a complex with all the interfering metal ions in the solution. So there is addition of this potassium cyanide and hydroxylamine hydrochloride to form a complex with other metal ions if it is there. Lead सोडून जर other metal ions त्या pharmaceutical substance मध्ये as an impurity present म्हणून असतील, so that time we are going to add potassium cyanide किंवा hydroxylamine hydrochloride to form a complex with those another metal ions. Now to avoid those impurities, after that we are going to add 2 drops of phenol red solution as an phenol red solution. So this phenol red solution is used as an indicator to develop the color at the end of the process. So here phenol red is used as an indicator to develop the color after completion of this particular end point of the reaction. Now later on we are going to make a solution alkaline by adding ammonia solution. So ammonia solution as like that of iron limit test, here it is used to make the solution alkaline. Now extract with 5 ml of dithezone until it becomes green. Then we are going to add 5 ml of dithezone solution to extract the complex that is lead with a dithezone solution. Now combined dithezone extract are taken for 30 minutes with a 30 ml of nitric acid and the chloroform layer is discarded. So after that we are going to check this extract with 30 ml of nitric acid in separating funnel. 30 ml of nitric acid बरोबर in separating funnel, if we are going to check this solution, then we are going to remove the chloroform layer is discarded. Now after that we are going to add to the acid solution, add 5 ml of standard dithezone solution. After extraction again we are going to add 5 ml of dithezone solution. So this subsequent addition of dithezone solution again will disappears a violet color of dithezone, green violet color of dithezone, form a complex with a lead dithezone complex. Now then we are going to add 4 ml of ammonium cyanide solution. So this 4 ml of ammonium cyanide solution here, as like that of earlier case, it is going to maintain the pH of the solution because we have added acid, we have added base. So this ammonium cyanide which is added here, which will maintain the pH of the solution. Again we are going to check this solution for 30 minutes and observe both the colors in the test solution as well as standard solution. Now after that we are going to compare the color intensities of the test solution with that of the standard solution. Now what is the observation of this particular limit test of lead solution? If the intensity of color complex is dependent upon the amount of lead present in the solution, जो काही रेड कलर लेड डायथीझोन चा प्रोड्यूस होणार आहे, which is totally depending upon how much amount of lead is present in that pharmaceutical substances. So this lead as an impurity will give the intensity of color. Then the color produced in the sample solution, which if it is less than that of standard solution, then our limit test of lead will be passed by the sample solution if it is compared with the standard solutions. So these are the reason behind Why we have added ammonium citrate, potassium cyanide, hydroxylamine? All the chemicals are going to maintain the pH of the solution. Then a production of red color at the end of the process, it is due to the phenol red as an indicator. So this is all about the lead as an impurity if it is there in the pharmaceutical substances. Now our next limit test is limit test of arsenic. Now this arsenic is heavy metal. This arsenic is based upon the presence of arsenic as an impurity. It is based upon the reduction of the when we are going to do the limit test of arsenic. So this is also an poisonous heavy metal present as an impurity in the pharmaceutical substance. आणि त्याची जर impurity किंवा limit test आपल्याला check करायची असेल, so what is the principle or what type of reaction mechanism we are going to use? The limit test of arsenic is based upon the reaction of arsenic gas with hydrogen ion to form yellow stain on mercury chloride paper. So, removal or the presence of arsenic as an impurity, we are going to check with the help of mercury chloride paper in the presence of reducing agents like potassium iodide. Now, for the determination of particularly this limit test of arsenic, we are going to use Gadget test. किंवा गॅडजेट टेस्ट ह्या पर्टिक्युलर लिमिट टेस्टला कसली टेस्ट म्हटली जातं गॅडजेट टेस्ट आणि ही एका स्पेशल ॲपरेटस मध्ये परफॉर्म केली जाते त्या ॲपरेटसला म्हणलं जातं गॅडजेट ॲपरेटस सो दिस टाइप ऑफ ॲपरेटस वी आर गोइंग टू यूज फॉर द डिटर्मिनेशन ऑफ arsenic as an impurity. Now, before we are moving actually to the apparatus, we will discuss the mechanism of the reaction for the determination of arsenic as an impurity. Now, arsenic present as an arsenic acid in the sample if it is reduced to the arsenous acid. Now, this arsenic acid by reducing agent like potassium iodide, if this arsenious acid will react with the reducing agents like potassium iodide, stannous acid, zinc, hydrochloric acid, so they will convert arsenic acid is reduced to the arsine gas. See, this arsenic is converted into arsenous acid. This arsenious acid is reduced to arsenous acid by reducing agent like potassium iodide, stannous acid, hydrochloric acid. And after that arsenic acid, again it is reduced to, when it is reacting with a hydrogen gas, it is converted into arsine gas. And this arsine gas is trapped by the mercurius chloride paper, which will convert the paper or which will take a stain of the paper, yellow stain. Now, त्या apparatus मधून ज्यावेळी arsine gas बाहेर पडतो, that arsine gas will change the color of that mercurius chloride paper to yellow stain. Now, the yellow stain which is produced on the mercurius chloride paper, the stain intensity is depending upon the how much amount of arsenic is present in the solution. Now, what is the test procedure we are going to follow for the determination of limit test of arsenic? Now, the apparatus consists of, so special design apparatus we are going to add or we are going to use for the determination of arsenic as an impurity. A known quantity of dilute arsenic solution is kept in the wide mouth bottle and rest procedure is followed as described in the test solution. See, here also we are going to take the two apparatus for the determination of arsenic impurity. One which is test apparatus आणि याच पद्धतीचं सेकंड apparatus आपण घेणार आहोत स्टँडर्ड apparatus की ज्यामध्ये फक्त आपण आर्सेनिकची नोन अमाउंट ऑफ इम्प्युरिटी यूज करणार आहोत. आता हे काय आहे ऍक्च्युअल apparatus? This apparatus has following parts. approximately 60 ml generator bottle with 40 ml indicating line. So this bottle is having a capacity of 60 ml on which 40 ml indicating line, means 40 ml solution च्या एका line ला indicating line is there, which is there on the measuring cylinder किंवा cylinder वर ज्या पद्धतीचं line असते, same type of line is here for the gadget bottle. Now in which one glass tube is inserted with up to 6.5 mm inner diameter. So this glass tube is having an inner diameter 6.5 mm. A ground joint glass tube with a 6.5 mm inner diameter and 80 mm outer diameter at the joint, inner joint and outer joint form a concentric circle. Then one rubber stopper is there. Narrow parts of the glass tube B, glass wool is inserted up to this part. So here glass wool we are going to insert and lead acetate cotton plug or cotton wool. So here we are going to add lead acetate or cotton plug. Now, what is the test procedure we are going to follow to determine the lead as an impurity? Now, what is the procedure? The test solution is prepared by dissolving a specific amount of arsenic in water and standard hydrochloric acid, that is arsenic free, kept in a wide mouth bottle. So here we are going to fill with a wide mouth bottle in which we are going to add 1 gram of potassium iodide solution, 5 ml of stannous chloride acid solution and 10 grams of zinc is added. So in this bottle we are going to add zinc stannous chloride solution as an test solution. And keep this solution aside for 40 minutes to complete the reaction. Which reaction? This reaction, that is conversion of arsenic to arsenious acid to arsenious acid to the arsine gas. So after 40 minutes the reaction will complete in both test sample as well as standard sample, and there is conversion of the color, that is yellow color to the mercuric iodide pepper. Now see here, here there is a mercuric chloride pepper, then this is a rubber bunk kiva rubber glass rubber knob, then this is glass tube, then here there is filling of zinc plus arsenic plus test solution, and this is our glass tube. So this is an apparatus, gadget apparatus, which is used for the test as well as standard solution. Everybody, will you please drop down your attendance? Then we are going to compare the intensities produced in the test solution